Welcome to another episode of Spanish Academy TV, where we take your Spanish to the next level. Today, we're going over 9 types of subordinating conjunctions that will let you construct more complex phrases and increase your Spanish fluency faster. We'll go over what exactly conjunctions are and the types you can find in Spanish. Then, we'll jump right into our 9 types of subordinating conjunctions and show you how to use them in real sentences. But before we continue, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Again, like, subscribe, bell button. Easy! This way you won't miss the best Spanish learning content on the web. Now, let's get started with our 9 types of subordinating conjunctions so you can supercharge your Spanish. What are conjunctions? Conjunctions are words used to connect other words, clauses, or sentences. They allow you to avoid the choppiness of multiple short sentences and instead create complex, elegant sentences. In Spanish, there are 2 types of conjunctions. 1. Coordinating conjunctions. 2. Subordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions connect 2 words, clauses, or sentences of equal value. If you separate them, they can still exist individually. Coordinating conjunctions are words like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. To learn more about coordinating conjunctions, click here. But today, we're going to focus on the 2nd type of conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. What are subordinating conjunctions? Subordinate conjunctions are a little different from coordinating conjunctions. Rather than combining 2 clauses of equal value, these conjunctions combine a main clause with a subordinate clause. This subordinate clause relies on the main clause since it won't make sense on its own. Let's look at an example in English. He was annoyed because the train had stopped. In this example, he was annoyed is the main clause, while the train had stopped is the subordinate clause. The conjunction because combines these 2 clauses together. See how helpful conjunctions can be? Now let's go over the 9 types of subordinating conjunctions in Spanish so you can start combining clauses like a pro. 1. Causal conjunctions. Causal conjunctions introduce a subordinate clause with the reason for the action in the main clause. In other words, causal conjunctions introduce the cause of the main action. The indicative mood always follows causal conjunctions. They translate to because, since, or as. Como, since, as. Como a Juan no le gustan las verduras, come mucha fruta para cuidar su salud. Since Juan doesn't like vegetables, he eats a lot of fruit to take care of his health. Dado que, since, as. Dado que no sé japonés, intento comunicarme en otros idiomas. Since I don't know Japanese, I try to communicate in other languages. Pues, because, since, as. Tengo poco dinero, pues lo he gastado todo. I have little money, because I've spent it all. Porque, because, since, as. A mí me encanta el café porque me refresca. I love coffee because it refreshes me. 2. Conjunctions of comparison. Just like their name says, conjunctions of comparison are used to express a comparison between two clauses. You'll use either the subjunctive or indicative mood after conjunctions of comparison, depending on the degree of reality. Hypothetical situations always require the subjunctive mood. Indicative: the situation is real. Que, then. Hago galletas mejor que cocino. I make cookies better than I cook. Subjunctive: hypothetical situation. Como si. As if. Hago pasteles como si fuera una gran pastelera. I make cakes as if I were a great pastry chef. Sin que, without. Podemos hacerlo sin que tengamos que esforzarnos demasiado. We can do it without having to try too hard. 3. Relative conjunctions. Relative conjunctions in Spanish translate to if or that in English. Si is always followed by the indicative mood, but you have to be careful with que. If the main clause is positive, the subordinate clause will have an indicative mood. If the main clause verb is negative, subjunctive will follow. Indicative: si. If, whether. Me pregunto si quiero salir hoy por la noche. I wonder if I want to go out tonight. Que, positive. That. Creo que ya tienen este libro. I think they already have this book. Subjunctive. Que, negative. That. No creo que lo tengan. I don't think they have it. 4. Conjunctions of concession. Use conjunctions of concession to contradict the main clause. The concession conjunction can be followed both by an indicative and subjunctive mood. However, the meaning will change depending on which you use. Indicative: aunque, although. Ella lee mucho, aunque está de vacaciones. She reads a lot, even though she's on break. Aun cuando, although, even though. Es muy importante tener héroes, aun cuando no sean reales. It is very important to have heroes, even if they aren't real. Si bien. While. Si bien se ha logrado mucho, queda mucho por hacer. While much has been accomplished, much remains to be done. Subjunctive: aunque. Even though, although. Llegaré aunque mi coche no funcione. I'll get there even though my car doesn't work. Así. Even if. Así pidas mucho. No creo que te lo den. Even if you ask for a lot, I don't think they'll give it to you. Por más que. No matter how much. Por más que te esfuerces, no va a cambiar nada. No matter how hard you try, it won't change anything. Por mucho que. As much as. Por mucho que lo quieres, no puedes olvidarte de ti misma. As much as you love him, you cannot forget about yourself. I want to take a pause from conjunctions to let you know about an amazing free opportunity from Homeschool Spanish Academy. We're giving away a free Spanish class with a certified native Spanish-speaking teacher. Yes, you heard that right. Free. No credit card or payments required. To sign up, just go to www.spanish.academy/free-class or click here. Here at Homeschool Spanish Academy, we love free stuff and we love Spanish. So we're giving you both through a click of a button. Now let's get back to those conjunctions. 5. Conjunctions of result. Conjunctions of result introduce a subordinate clause that demonstrates the consequences of the action from the main clause. Use the indicative mood to talk about past or future results. To talk about possible or hypothetical results, you'll want to use the subjunctive. Indicative. Que. That. Tenía tanta sed que bebí toda la botella de un trago. I was so thirsty that I drank the entire bottle in one gulp. Así es que. So, somos tres. Así que alguien tendrá que quedarse en casa. There are 3 of us, so someone will have to stay home. De modo, manera, forma que. That. Hay tantas variedades de manzanas de manera que es difícil acordarte de las que más te gustan. There are so many varieties of apples that it is difficult to remember which ones you like best. Subjunctive. De modo, manera, forma que. In a way that. Hay que instalarlos de manera que sean accesibles hasta para los niños pequeños. They must be installed in such a way that they are accessible even to young children. 6. Conjunctions of condition. Conjunctions of condition preface clauses that describe the condition that needs to be met for something to happen. These conjunctions are always followed by the subjunctive mood in hypothetical situations. Want extra practice using if-then sentences in Spanish? Click here. Sí. If. Si tuviera dinero, te compraría un coche. If I had money, I would buy you a car. ¿Cómo? If. Como repruebes el examen, te quitaré el iPad. If you fail the exam, I'll take your iPad away. A menos que. Unless. Tienes que prestarme más atención. A menos que quieres enojarme. You have to pay more attention to me, unless you want to make me angry. Con tal de que. As long as. Te lo leo con tal de que tú me prepares un té. I'll read to you as long as you make me a tea. Siempre que. As long as. Te prestaré mi coche. Siempre que lo llenas de gasolina. I'll lend you my car as long as you fill it up with gas. Siempre y cuando. As long as. Puedes quedarte a dormir aquí, siempre y cuando te den permiso tus papás. You're welcome to stay over as long as your parents give you permission to do so. Salvo que. Unless. Salvo que ocurra algún imprevisto, pasaré a buscarte a las 9 a.m. Unless something unexpected happens, I'll pick you up at 9 a.m. Cada vez que. Whenever. Cada vez que pueda, te visitaré. Whenever I can, I will visit you. Mientras. If. As long as. Lo haré mientras no tenga otras opciones. I will do it if I have no other options. 7. Conjunctions of purpose. Use conjunctions of purpose to talk about intentions or goals of the main clause. For this type of conjunction, always use the subjunctive. ¿Para qué? So that. Te lo dije para que lo entiendas de una vez por todas. I told you so that you'd understand once and for all. A fin de que. So that. Ahorramos a fin de que podamos comprar una casa. We're saving so that we can buy a house. 8. Illiterative conjunctions. Illiterative conjunctions may sound mysterious, but they're actually pretty simple. You use them to introduce something that can be inferred from the main clause. It's like in English. He must be asleep, for I can hear no noises. Always use the indicative mood with illiterative conjunctions. Indicative. Luego. Therefore. Pienso. luego existo. I think, therefore I exist. Con que. So, hay muchas nubes, con que lloverá. There are many clouds, so it'll rain. 9. Conjunctions of time. Conjunctions of time determine the time point or time period of the action in the main clause. Indicative, mientras. While. Mientras cocinaban, yo terminé mis deberes. While they were working, I finished my homework. Subjunctive, luego que. After that. Luego que me digas si puedes, saldremos o no. After you tell me if you can, we will go out or not. Well done! You have mastered all 9 types of subordinating conjunctions in Spanish and are that much closer to your fluency goals. However, it is a lot to take in a sitting, and you should practice as much as you can. A simple guide to subjunctive versus indicative in Spanish may help. Check out this one. Want even more amazing Spanish content? Download our free ebook called Weird and Wacky Spanish Stories for Beginners, which is completely free and really fun to read. Check the description below for the link. And lastly, don't forget to take advantage of a free class with one of our friendly native Spanish-speaking teachers. Just go to www.spanish.academy/free-class. I hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to our channel, and click that notification bell to never miss the best Spanish content on the web.